Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video we are looking at the DraftKings and Fanduel NFL Week 13 final picks. Slate starts in a few hours. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys my core plays on what might be a rainy Week 13. You got a lot of weather games early on. New England game, Pittsburgh game, Philadelphia game later, the Jets. So Northeast, lots of rain here. You probably want to maybe look elsewhere if you're looking to stack some teams. But I still think you can look to some plays in that game, like the Eagles 49ers game. There's still going to be points scored. Even last week, rain with the Buffalo game, and both teams just still put up a ton of points in the second half, especially. But I got Brock Purdy. I'm not stacking him with anybody. I don't think you need to at wide receiver. But at $6,100 compared to the other guys in that range, or you have Goff, Sam Howell, Stafford, Wilson is a guy that you could go to, but they like to run a lot. I think Purdy gives you upside because there's still almost a 50-point total in that game. He's been playing really well. A couple 7 touchdown passes last 3 games. He's running a little bit as well. And just think as that price range, I'm not looking to, you don't need to break the bank for anybody that's super expensive in the 8K range, I don't think. You could get similar production from Purdy. Running back, Zach Moss has to be a lock and cash games. He's only $4,600. He's going up against the Titans defense. No Jonathan Taylor this week. Titans middle of the pack, and we know Moss is going to contribute in the passing game as well when he got a couple spot starts when Taylor was missing. He was one of the better backs early on in the season. Got Ramondre Stevenson in there as my second running back. I think this is a good play for him just because you got Bailey Zappi making this start. You got the Mac Jones benched finally, after he's been kind of benched in games recently, but finally getting a full game with Zappi as the quarterback. You have them relying on the running game more with Ezekiel Elliott and Stevenson. Back-to-back 20-plus yard rushing attempts for Stevenson last 2 weeks, and it is a decent matchup against the Chargers defense. Been struggling, giving up the most yards per game, struggling against a pass, but with Zappi, with some of the weather here, I think Bill Belichick is still going to rely on the running game, and Stevenson can at 6K. He's also a guy that will catch some passes. Wide receiver, you got to go Tyreek Hill as your best overall play of the slate. I think it's very likely he goes for another 100-plus yards today, and very likely that he gets into the end zone for the 11th, maybe the 12th time this season. It's a really good spot against the Washington defense. And then my second receiver, I got Courtland Sutton at 46, just really cheap for him. He has 40% of Russell Wilson's touchdowns on the season. Wilson's been throwing touchdown passes, and a lot of them have been going to Courtland Sutton. He snapped a streak of having 6 straight games with a touchdown reception last week, but he still gave you 60-plus yards. It was a tough spot against the Browns. Now going up against Houston could be one of the shootout games here. And I'm thinking that Sutton at 54 is a good play. Over on FanDuel, a little bit of a different story here. At quarterback, you got a little bit more salary to work with on FanDuel. Paying up a little bit more for Tua. Got him stacked with Tyreek Hill, especially when Purdy is 78. I'd rather just get to Tua for 600 more. Running back, Zach Moss, same deal as a lock on both sites in cash at least. GPPs might be a tough fade as well. I got Brian Robinson as my second running back here because he's so cheap at only $6,800. He contributes at times in the receiving game, a 9-target game recently against the Giants, 6 targets against Seattle. He's going to get you probably 15 to 20 touches, if not more. And this game is one of the ones that does have a decent total compared to a lot of the other ones. So there should be some points scored. You got to hope that Robinson can get into the end zone. And then I got Tyreek Hill at 10K. Same analysis on both sides. I think he's just going to put up the most points out of any receiver, and it could be a really big gap that you're going to need him. And then on my other receiver, I got Devontae Smith. He's only 77, so a little bit better priced compared to some of the other options here on FanDuel. And I think Smith, with Goddard doubtful again, not going to play most likely. Smith is still going to be a guy that can get you touchdowns, and there's going to be points scored on both sides of this one. So that's what I got for my DraftKings and FanDuel picks. If you want the full picks, you can check out the site, dosprocess.net. Got early, main, afternoon. We got the showdowns. Will be posted later, but that's what I got. Thank you for watching. Best of luck. I will catch you all next time.